Karen reported pedestrian for blocking her. CCTV showed she was the obstacle. Karen's voice sliced through the morning air like a siren nobody asked for. "You're blocking my way, you selfish idiot," she shrieked, her manicured finger jabbing at a young man standing frozen on the sidewalk. Her designer sunglasses glinted with the kind of rage that could make a sunny day feel like a storm. It was a crisp Tuesday in the bustling heart of downtown, where the streets thrummed with the rhythm of hurried footsteps and honking cars. Marcus, a bike courier with a worn backpack and a tired smile, was weaving through the crowd, his bicycle balanced carefully as he dodged pedestrians. He was used to the chaos of the city, but nothing prepared him for the hurricane that was Karen. She stormed toward him, her high heels clicking like a countdown to chaos, her face twisted in indignation. Marcus had no idea he was about to become the target of her wrath, or that her outburst would unravel her carefully curated facade. Karen, a mid-level executive with a reputation for getting her way, was late for a meeting. Her silver SUV was double-parked, hazard lights blinking lazily. As she fumed over a delivery truck blocking her lane, she'd already berated the driver, a soft-spoken man who apologized profusely. But that wasn't enough. Karen needed someone else to blame, and Marcus, pausing to adjust his bike chain, was in her crosshairs. "Move your junky bike," she snapped, her voice loud enough to turn heads. "You're holding up everyone." Marcus looked up, startled. "Ma'am, I'm just fixing my chain. I'm not blocking anyone." His tone was calm, but his eyes betrayed a flicker of annoyance. The sidewalk was wide, with plenty of room for Karen to pass. But Karen wasn't interested in reason. She wanted a fight, and Marcus was her chosen opponent. "You're a hazard," she continued, stepping closer, her phone already in hand, filming him. "I'm reporting you to the city. People like you make this place a mess." Passers-by slowed, some pulling out their phones, sensing a spectacle. Marcus raised his hands, trying to de-escalate. "Lady, I'm just doing my job. You don't need to do this." But Karen was relentless. She dialed the non-emergency police line, her voice dripping with exaggerated distress. "There's a reckless cyclist blocking the sidewalk, endangering everyone," she claimed, glaring at Marcus as if he'd personally ruined her day. The crowd murmured, some nodding in sympathy with Karen, others exchanging skeptical glances. Marcus shook his head, muttering under his breath, "Unbelievable." As Karen ranted into her phone, a new figure emerged from the crowd, a wiry, gray-haired woman named Esther, who ran a small coffee cart nearby. Esther had seen it all in her 20 years on the street, and she wasn't one to stay quiet. "Hey, lady," she called, her voice sharp but steady. "You're the one causing a scene. That boy's just fixing his bike. Your car's the one blocking traffic." The crowd turned, surprised by the interruption. Karen's face flushed red, but she doubled down. "Mind your own business, old lady," she spat, waving Esther off. Esther didn't flinch. "I've seen you park like that before, acting like you own the street. Leave the kid alone." Her words landed like a slap, and for a moment, Karen faltered, but she quickly regained her composure, turning her phone toward Esther. "You're harassing me now, I'll report you too." The tension escalated, the air thick with anticipation. Marcus, caught in the middle, felt the weight of the growing crowd's eyes on him. He just wanted to fix his bike and get back to work. The situation spiraled as Karen's accusations grew wilder. She claimed Marcus had nearly run her over, that he was a danger to society. She pointed to a scratch on her SUV's bumper, insisting he'd caused it with his reckless biking. Marcus, dumbfounded, gestured to his bike, which was still stationary. "Ma'am, I haven't moved in 10 minutes. How could I scratch your car?" But Karen was undeterred, her narrative taking on a life of its own. She thrived on the attention, her voice growing louder as she painted herself the victim. Then came the twist no one saw coming. A teenage girl, no older than 16, pushed through the crowd, her phone in hand. "I've got it all on video," she said, her voice trembling but firm. Her name was Lila, a high school student who'd been filming a vlog for her social media channel. She'd caught the entire exchange from across the street, her camera rolling long before Karen started her tirade. "You bumped into his bike when you parked," Lila said, holding up her phone. "You caused the scratch, not him." The crowd gasped, turning their attention to Lila's phone. Karen's confidence wavered, her eyes darting between Lila and the growing number of onlookers. "That's nonsense," she snapped, but her voice lacked its earlier conviction. Lila, undaunted, played the video for the crowd. It showed Karen's SUV lurching forward, scraping Marcus's bike as she parked haphazardly. The footage was clear, undeniable. Whispers rippled through the crowd, and Karen's face drained of color. Before she could respond, a police officer arrived, summoned by Karen's earlier call. Officer Daniels, a no-nonsense veteran, surveyed the scene. Karen immediately launched into her story, embellishing details with theatrical flair. "This cyclist attacked me. He's a menace," she insisted, pointing at Marcus. But Lila stepped forward, showing the officer her video. Esther chimed in, corroborating the story, and several bystanders nodded in agreement. Marcus, still holding his bike, said nothing, letting the evidence speak for itself. Officer Daniels watched the footage, his expression unreadable. Then he turned to Karen. "Ma'am, this video shows you caused the damage. You falsely accused this man and wasted our time," Karen stammered, her indignation crumbling. "That's not true. He provoked me." But the officer wasn't having it. He issued her a citation for illegal parking and warned her about making false reports. The crowd erupted in murmurs, some clapping, others shaking their heads. But the story didn't end there. Lila's video, uploaded to her social media, went viral within hours. The internet dubbed her Sidewalk Karen, and the clips spread across platforms, racking up millions of views. Commenters tore into Karen's behavior, praising Marcus's restraint and Lila's quick thinking. Local news picked up the story, and Karen's employer, a prestigious marketing firm, faced pressure to address her actions. A week later, a statement appeared on their website. Karen had been placed on leave pending an investigation. Marcus, meanwhile, became an unlikely hero. The viral video brought attention to his courier service, and donations poured in to replace his damaged bike. Esther, too, saw her coffee cart business boom as supporters flocked to her stand. Lila's vlog channel gained thousands of subscribers, and she used her platform to advocate for fairness in public spaces. The city even installed new bike lane signs near the incident site, a small but meaningful change. Karen, however, faced the consequences of her actions. The citation was just the beginning. Marcus, encouraged by Lila and Esther, filed a civil suit for defamation and property damage. In court, the CCTV footage from a nearby store sealed her fate, showing her SUV's reckless maneuver in crisp detail. The judge ordered her to pay for Marcus's bike repairs and legal fees, and her reputation took a hit she couldn't recover from. Social media was merciless, and Karen's carefully crafted image as a successful professional unraveled. In the end, Marcus rode through the city on his new bike. The weight of that day lifted. He'd never wanted the drama, but he was grateful for the unexpected allies who'd stood by him. Esther, pouring coffee for her new regulars, smiled at the memory of putting Karen in her place. Lila, now a local celebrity, kept filming, determined to hold people accountable. What do you think, was justice served, or should the consequences have been harsher? Share your thoughts below. Let's talk about what's right and wrong in this messy human world.